game. Fire it up. Fire it up, son. Fire it up. Hey guys, going to down BK Sport. We're fired up right now. I don't know if you know this, but we are fired up. Yeah, we are fired up for a big game here. And you better be damn well fired up. We've got the and the Brisbane Broncos here in a do-or-die game. The Dragons, just absolutely Dragons. That was just something else. For both Parramatta and the Dragons, you give me, you just need help. You need help, and I need help because of you. Like, I need help, but like watching those two teams play just then, I think gave me AIDS. But all right, let's get into this game here. Obviously, the Eels beat the Dragons, by the way, 44-40. Not joking, that was the score. Which means that whoever wins this game is in the 8 for now. Obviously, the Broncos play the Storm next week, and the Dolphins play the Newcastle Knights in Newcastle. But that's next week. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Whoever wins this game is in the 8 tonight. Now, the Dolphins, they come into this game in 10th position. The Broncos come into this game in 9th position. Broncos are $1.45 favourites to the Dolphins, who are $2.76 underdogs. Now, guys, obviously hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here. The game does start in 20 minutes' time. Now, this game is at Suncorp Stadium, the home of the... Don't know, because both these teams call it their home stadium. But one is from Redcliffe, one is from Brisbane. So even though, you know, I'm not a fan of either of those two teams, I would lean with this being the Broncos' home ground. But it is a Dolphins' home game in this one. Now, we come into the ins for the Dolphins. Marshall King, huge. Lachlan Hubner, Tavita Cat Jr. and Trey Fuller. With the outs being Jesse Bromwich, Josh Kerr, Cody Nicarima and Mason Teague. I think the only reason I've gone back to calling Tavita Pango Jr. a cat is because he shushed his own crowd when the Titans played the Dolphins a few weeks back. He shushed his own crowd, which is just really, really odd behaviour. Now, the fullback here for the Dolphins, Trey Fuller, with the wingers being Jermaine Asako and Jack Bostock. Centers of Hamiso Tapuaiwhatu and Herbie Farnworth. You go to the 5'8", Jake Averillo. Wow, okay. With the halfback being Sean O'Sullivan. The front row forwards are Mark Nichols and Tavita Pangai Jr., with the hooker being Max Plath. Back row of Felice Kafusi and Keneli Lanielu, with Lachlan Hubner as the 18th man replacement. Was the 18th man replacement. Now he's the lock. He has 18 on his back, but he is playing as the 13. Interchange-wise, Isaiah Katoa has been pushed to the interchange. Kenneth Bromwich, Ray Stone, and Jerry Marshall King, with the 18th man replacement being Oren Keeley. This Dolphins team is mixed up galore right now. Hamiso is not named as the fullback. Trey Fuller is named as the fullback. Hamiso's pushed into the centres. You've got the 5'8" of Jake Averillo, who is a centre, but now he's the 5'8". You've got O'Sullivan, who was named as the 5'8", who's now the halfback. You've got Mark Nichols, who was in the 10, pushed to the 8, because guess what? Tavita Pangai Jr. comes into the starting front row. Then you go to the 13, and the 13, Ray Stone, has been dropped to the bench for Lachlan Hubner from the 18th man to go into the 13. And then you've got Katoa starting 7, Kenneth Bromwich starting 8, Ray Stone starting 13, and usually Marshall King starting 9, but all 4 of which are on the bench. Crazy. And Oren Keeley, who was meant to be on the bench, is now as the 18th man replacement. So the Dolphins are just Wayne Bennetting. They are Wayne Bennetting is exactly what I would think of that one. That is interesting behaviour, but it is Wayne Bennett, so let's see how it goes. Fair enough. Unless the NRL.com app is all over the shop, which wouldn't necessarily surprise me, but I don't know. So I'm going based off what the NRL.com says. The Broncos, on the other hand, the ins, Corey Oates and Payne Haas, with the outs being Dean Mariner and Kobe Hetherington. The fullback is Tristan Saylor, with the wingers being Selwyn Cobbo and Jesse Arthurs, Tony Staggs and Josiah Kotopani as the centres. The 5'8" is Josh Rogers. The halfback is the captain, Adam Reynolds, with the front row forwards being Corey Jensen and, welcome back to the big fella, Payne Haas. Number 9, Billy Walters, with the back row being Brendan Piakura and Jordan Riggy. And the lock is Patrick Carrigan. Interchange-wise, Xavier Willison, Blake Moser, Benjamin Takura, who's a big boy, by the way, and Martin Tapau, with the 18th man replacement being Corey Oates. This is a really, really difficult game to predict, but I am going to tip the Broncos. I will. I do get a bit of an odd vibe. I have all week I've been saying I reckon the Dolphins win this game. Because, like, to me, guys, as well, before we get into the ladder, for me, this game is like someone's going to win, right? Someone will win this game. A draw would be perfect, but someone will win this game, right? So, if the Dolphins lose this game and they don't make the finals, that means that all this nonsense of the Dolphins have been a better startup than the Titans have is ridiculous, because the Titans didn't make the finals for the first 2 years, and then we made the top 4 in 2009, right? So that means the Dolphins will make the top 4 next year to be equivalent and to be this better team that they do say. But Wayne Bennett obviously won't be there at the Dolphins next year, so they're going to be in a bit of a how-you-going situation. But the point of the matter is the Dolphins lose this, they don't make the 8, and then that kind of gets washed away, and it's very easy for Titans to bounce back on that, let alone the fact that we came back on you the other week. But also, if the Broncos lose this game, and they're pretty much out of the finals race, it does just mean the Broncos are out of the finals race. So it's fun. So either way, it's like a win-win on a lose-lose situation. It's a win-win on a lose-lose situation. But it's going to be a great game. It's going to be an exciting game here that I do expect to really go down to the wire. I just don't know what Wayne's doing with this team as he's mixed up the entirety of the team. With that being said, it's Wayne Bennett. He knows what he's doing. Right, so I will take the Bronx 1-12, but it's a hard one. It is a 50-50. The Dolphins are coming off an absolute flogging by the Melbourne Storm, whilst the Broncos are coming in after looking awful against the Eels last week, but still getting the win, wasn't it? Yeah, they looked awful. They were down by a big score and then came back. I don't know. This is actually a hard game to predict, but both these teams have been well out of form recently. But you find them in a top 8 battle, which is crazy, even though I don't actually think either of them make it. We'll see. Because the Broncos are going to play the Storm next week with a full-strength Storm team. But all right, let's go into the ladder here. The Dragons, obviously, on 28 points. They are 8th. They have a minus 120 points differential. Because of their absolutely humiliating loss to the Parramatta Squeals just then, 44-40. I remind you, that was the score. That's a top 8 team that just lost 44-40, by the way. Just want to throw that out there. Highest ever score on a loss, by the way. They now, whoever wins this game will go above them. So the Broncos on 26 points, the Dolphins on 26 points. Broncos win, they're plus 2 points differential, meaning they would go into 8th position. And the Dolphins, they're minus 27 points differential after that huge whooping by the Storm last week. But still, if they were to win this game, they would go above the Dragons into 8th position because of the Dragons' awful points differential. If the Broncos were to lose this game, obviously they would drop into 10th position behind the Dolphins. The Knights tomorrow play the Gold Coast Titans in Newcastle. I'm actually driving down to Newcastle right after this stream. The Raiders also are playing the Roosters tomorrow, so there is a good chance the Broncos would fall to 11th. I doubt they fall to 12th, though, because the Raiders, I don't think they beat the Roosters. But we'll see how that goes. And the Dolphins, on the other side of things, is pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same there. If they were to get absolutely flogged here, there's a chance they go below the Knights regardless, but I just don't think so. So, yeah, the tale of the tape is both these teams can put themselves into a top 8 position right now. But with that being said, I don't think the Broncos do it and get into the 8 if they win, because I do have the Storm beating them next week. The Dolphins have more of a chance of making the 8 because the Dragons, I think, play the Raiders next week, which is a really, really intriguing game, to be completely fair, if the Raiders can beat the Roosters tomorrow. But yeah, the Dolphins play the Knights, which also would make it a very interesting game if the Dolphins and the Knights both won this week, and then the Dolphins play the Knights next week for a place in the finals. Right? So I tell you, the Dolphins have a good chance to make the top 8, but they have to win this game. And I think if they win this game, if the Dolphins win this game, I might have them to make the 8. I might have them to make the 8 because I just feel like the Dolphins beat the Knights next week in Newcastle. I think that's who they play, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, geez, I've just done something. Let's go have a look here just to make sure who they play next week in round 27. It is, Knights, Dolphins, in Newcastle. So if the Dolphins win this, I tell you, I think they make the 8. If the Dolphins lose this, I've probably got the Dragons making the 8. And they don't deserve it, but they'll make it. Because, again, I just can't see the Broncos getting up over the Storm. A full-strength Storm. But, all right, guys. There you go. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Let's get to the chat and let's see what you are saying. Trucking Down Under. Over 37 months. Jesus, a legend to this channel. Remember, kids, Broncos suck. Fair enough. Fair enough there from Trucking Down Under. Brenton says, the Eels blue-balled us for a footy bomb, then nearly threw the game away. Crazy stuff, mate. Like, the highest ever losses in a game before this game, that Dragons-Eels game, was the Titans beating the Storm 38-36. And also the Titans beating the Storm 38-34. No, sorry. the Titans beating the Broncos 38-36. Those 3 scores did happen, mind you, but before today, those were the highest scores in a loss. So, yeah, it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. That's the highest score ever in a loss. Crick says, bro, that game, man, Moses full laughing on the bench. That's not a good sign, to be fair. Christian Care says, the only stream I'm excited for is that Spoon Bowl next week. Mate, that's going to be a fired-up stream saying, ooh, ooh, we're fired up for that. Oh, yeah, we are fired up for that. Jared Troy's that last game was a clown show. Fair call, man. Like, dead set, fair call. Please spare a thought for Jag, who clearly loved the Dragons very much. Ben Fricker says, don't get him started, please. If you get Jag started, Sam Jenkinson, he might just... He might get in the car and just not stop driving. Dead set. Like, he's not going to come back. Sam's overhearing about the Dragons from Jag 94. But at least the Dragons women's really helped the Titans women's today. The Titans women's, obviously, if you guys don't know, I was at the Titans game today at Seabus. And unfortunately, I didn't agree with the officiating. I thought we got really harshly adjudicated by Casey Badger, of all people. Funny that, you know, Casey Badger, great referee. Don't know why she's the referee, but I would love to sign someone from the Badger family. If there is someone from the Badger family, please, I beg you, please sign with the Titans so that we can not have Casey Badger a part of our games as well, like the Rabbitohs. Because Rabbitohs fans, you're loving it. You are loving it that she can't referee your games. But overall, we also weren't good enough as well. But just some awful calls in that game too. So yeah, I was at that game. But the Eels getting absolutely slapped by the second last place Dragons was really good because it meant that even though we lost, we then went above the Eels. So we're now in 5th rather than when we were in 6th. We're just going to hope that the Broncos beat the Cowboys tomorrow. Well, actually, to be fair, I don't really care. I don't really want the Cowboys to beat the Broncos just because that means that they're kind of with us and whatnot. But overall, it's it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna be cheering the Tigers tomorrow. Like, as you guys know, I'm driving down to Newcastle right after this stream. I'm gonna stay in like Coffs or Port Macquarie or something for the night. But I will be driving down to Newey and whatnot, so which will be good. Come on, Broncos today. They won't beat the Storm next week. Oh yeah, Bretton's still cheering the Knights. Yeah, he is. Cryptic says, love rugby league scripture. Whoever thought we would see a battle for top 8 spot? Yeah, there's a lot of things that kind of go into it. But yeah, I think this is going to be an exciting game. Dazman says this has a Broncos choke written all over it. It really does. But, you know, fun fact, the Dolphins have never beaten the Brisbane Broncos. They have never beaten the Brisbane Broncos. Fun fact, the Titans also had never beaten the Redcliffe Dolphins until about 5 weeks ago. So maybe things are changing. I don't know. Maybe the Dolphins do get their first win against their bigger brother today. But the Dolphins have never beaten the Brisbane Broncos. Sam Jenkinson says, Dolphins cover the line with Sailor, Isako, and Bosa at the score. I could see this being a high-scoring game, mate. So I reckon you might be onto something there. How many else is great seeing the Dragons score 40 and still lose? Gee whiz. Jay's Dolphins 66. Why are you such a big fan of the 66 scoreline, Jay? Jared Troy says, I chose the Broncos to win, but will be happy if they lose. Mate, it's a win-win, lose-lose situation here. Christian says that you're going to miss SJ's final game. Oh, yeah, it's good. Well, I'm going to have it like the audio playing in the car. But yeah, I will. Yeah, that's sad. But with that being said, I got to watch his last home game, and I think that the result here will be the same, to be completely honest with you. Yellow Warriors, Old Boys Day in Newey next week will be a good game. Oh, it's Old Boys Day. Oh, wow. I backed the Knights over the Dolphins then. Never doubt a team on Old Boys Day. Smart by the Knights to have their Old Boys Day on the final round of the season. It could have worked out poorly, but it's worked out really great. I took the Knights. I took the Knights next week. So, comes down to Dragons and Knights for mine. I took the Knights against the Dolphins. But the Knights have to beat us tomorrow, which they're favourites for, but also the Knights are the Knights. None of these teams deserve to make the 8, but one of these teams will make the 8, you know what I'm saying? So right now on my thought process, I think if the Dolphins won this game today, they lose next week to the Knights in Newcastle for Old Boys Day. I think if the Broncos won tonight, they lose to the Storm next week, regardless. The Dragons play the Raiders. I think they beat the Raiders. But if the Raiders beat the Roosters tomorrow, then you could argue the Raiders are still in it too, because that's a big scalp, and they probably should beat the Dragons next week. But it is at Cogra as well. And then the Knights, they play the Titans. If they beat the Titans, I'd probably say that they would just need to rely upon the Dragons losing to the Raiders. Yeah. Actually, to be fair, because they wouldn't even need that. They wouldn't even need that. So yeah, I personally right now would say the Knights are actually possibly the best chance of making that top 8. Which I don't think they deserve to be in there, but they're probably the best chances if you think about it. Was Badger needs the boot? Absolutely, Sam. That was disgusting. How there wasn't 2 sin bins in that game was ridiculous. Ridiculous. Anthony Milford's still in the NRL. Is he really? I'm gonna get Pepsi Max going. We're gonna get Pepsi Max going here. Done me water for the day. Oh, crack it open. Crack it open, baby. Fire it up. Morning all. Hope you are all good wherever you are. Shout out to the UK especially. We do get some barbs here. What's barbs? Great banter though. Love it. Yeah, you better. You better, Pumpkin Boy. But also, what's barbs? I don't know what that means. Does anyone know what barbs mean? Actually, Daniel Bate, don't comment what a barb is. I want to see if Australians know. No, you know what? They're going to go Google it, so just tell us. Daniel Bate says, I think the former Broncos feeder club wins this huge rivalry game. Fair cool. They are a former feeder club. They are. No, Daniel, just tell us because someone's going to Google it otherwise. Caesar, let's go Broncos. Honestly, mate, I don't mind if you win this game because I don't think you make the 8. But I wouldn't mind this game just being an exciting one. I want this to be exciting. Greg Martin says you're allowed soda on 75 hard. Bingo! Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I only have 1 per day. But it has to be, obviously, the 0 sugar one in Pepsi Max or Coke Zero or whatnot. Because it's 0 carbs. And guess what diet I'm on? A 0 carb diet. Or a very low carb diet. So, yes. Do you really think... Greg Martin, I've got to ask you, do you really think that on day 52 of 75, you think that I'm just going to crack open a Pepsi Max and just do it willy-nilly? You wish, pal. Of course I know. Of course I know you are allowed to have it. Otherwise, why would I crack it open on the street? Muppet. Brent Nesbitt says, for me, the Dragons got a contention with their for and against. No, disagree. Not at all. Because if the Titans beat the Knights, then you're done. And even if the Knights won, they are only equaling with the Dragons. And whoever wins this game are only equaling with the Dragons. If the Dragons beat the Raiders next week, then the Broncos have to beat the Storm. Or the Dolphins have to beat the Knights. Or the Knights have to beat the Dolphins. Actually, what's your points differential? The Knights' points differential is my... Oh, hold on, soldier, buddy. Hold on a second here, champion. I don't think you should be talking too heavily about points differential when you're minus 70. Hold on a second, you champion, okay? Hold on a second here, buddy, old champion, or buddy, old champion, buddy. You know? Newcastle, why don't you just wait to get slapped tomorrow, okay? Why don't you just wait to get slapped tomorrow? You go and hit the thumbs up button. Go and subscribe and just settle down, Brett Neslick. Settle down before, Dave Fafita and Jalen DeGroot. You're going to get ruined by a debutante tomorrow. Take that. Take that. Jay says, the Poms and the Aussies love a good cricket sledge. What's happened? Daniel Bates is sledging. I'd never heard of sledging until the Aussies came over on the Ashes tour in 1989. Cricket, that is. I know what the Ashes are, Daniel Bates. I'm aware of what the Ashes are. You didn't need to tell me... that the Ashes was cricket. You know why I know it? Because we always beat you at the Ashes. All right, the Broncos are coming out onto the field. You haven't won the Ashes since like 5 years before COVID happened. So, Broncos are out on the field here for the game. Here we go. First NRL game since round 22. Which game was that one, Broncos fans? Beautiful. See, there's a Broncos supporter, as you know I am. We don't really deserve to be in the top 8 this year with the overall effort. Outside of the Panthers, Sharks, Storm, Manly, Bulldogs, and Roosters, who does deserve to be in the top 8? I barely say the Cowboys do. I barely do. But I will say the Cowboys deserve to be in the 8, but they barely deserve to be in it. So... I don't think that... again, as I'll say this for the millionth time, whoever makes the 8 out of the Dragons, Broncos, Dolphins, Knights, and Raiders, you are losing to the Dogs in the first week. You are losing to the Dogs in the first week. As long as the Dogs haven't thrown their season away after last night. But I don't think they have. So, Dolphins are out on the field. I think they rushed Haas back real quick. I hope he doesn't re-injure, man. I agree. I really do agree. But alright, guys, game is starting up here. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe. Get around BKRtravel because I'm currently filming my trip all the way down to Newey, by the way. I am currently filming my trip all the way down to Newcastle. That includes everything, you know, blowing the thing up and showing you the trip and all that sort of stuff. And so, yeah, BKRtravel, the pen comment. But all right, Payne Haas locked down really early there. First tackle at the 5. Jeez, that was a statement there from the Dolphins. And let's see if they can hold him down here. Logan Strap legs fins up. It's a lose-lose win-win situation, man. Broncos get knocked out of the 8. Yippee. Woohoo. We love it. If the Dolphins get knocked out of the 8, then it's like, well, Payne Haas has just absolutely romped somebody. I don't know who it was, but he's gone. Dear me, well, this is a feisty one early. 4 tackle here for the Broncos at the 28. But the Dolphins lose. That means they're out of contention, and that means that all this nonsense about the Dolphins being a better franchise than the Titans after the first 2 years is nonsense. Because the Titans took 3 years to get in. Right-hand side, Titan and Dolphins would have to be 3 years to get in as well. They kick it through here. Stags are going to chase it. And Dolphins are away. Trey Fuller. Oh, I think that at 40. Damn, he really was striding out there. But nice run there by Trey Fuller. Now, Jack Bostock gets his port of the 45. Lucky not a high tackle. Daniel Bates, some of the quoted slows as a class, but that's very funny. Daniel Bates, didn't they call the Ashes for the Great Britain 2-2 once? Maybe, but the only thing that Australians call Ashes is when we slap you at cricket. Like, we don't call... Oh, and it's penalty for high tackle. There you go. It was probably about 2 tackles too late. Adam G. I've been a little bit off Adam G in recent weeks, to be completely honest with you. I don't think he's as good as he was in that grand final. But the only time if people in Australia call something Ashes is the cricket, bro. We don't, like the Australia versus England matches in rugby league or union or whatnot, we just say it's Australia versus England. So first tackle, Tavita, settle down. Oh, go at him! Throw one! Throw one! We've already seen you suck at boxing once. So first tackle here. Who would you guys say wins in a punch on? Payne Haas or Tavita Pangai Jr.? Who wins? I won't lie, very surprised where the Rabbits are sitting. Yeah, Steve, like it is surprising based on who they had pre-season, but when you go back and look through the season, it's very understandable. When you go back and have a look at like the games they lost and who they've had and players that have been out injured and mismanagement of players like Campbell Graham, you understand that the Rabbitohs have been a shambles this year. So maybe it's a wake-up call for him. Third tackle here, 13 metres out. They give it off here to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan at the back. 6 again. Dolphins. Farnworth should have passed it. But Farnworth will be taken down 5 metres out from the line. So first tackle now for the Dolphins. They're 5 metres out. Haas by forfeit. Oh, boy. Payne Haas was loving. Second tackle now, 15 metres. I've got to back Payne because he's, I'm good mates with Cleese, so I've got to back his brother. Sean Sullivan at the back, left-hand side to Hamiso. Hamiso taken down 8 metres out from the line, third tackle. Easy Eshe he is. Does dress like a bit of an Eshe, to be fair, Payne. So right-hand side, O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan at the back now to Tavita. And Tavita Bungai Jr. will be 5 metres out from the line, fourth tackle. Let's see how this Broncos defense is and if we're going to see a whole lot of points from both teams tonight. Right-hand side, Avarillo. Oh, nearly got through. Taken down. 5 minutes out. That should have been 6 again. They go right. Farnworth. Don't know what he's doing. Gets that back here to worst haircut in the business. Max Platt kicks it through, though. Drop out. Coming up. Drop out. Coming on up. Danny Bates just trying to clear up confusion. There's none, obviously. The only confusion is you. Because you have said that maybe in England people call things Ashes that's not just the cricket. So once the TBT is a boxer, isn't he? I think he's had one fight and he was awful in it. It was awful in it. I was good with TPJ until he tried. He's just his own crowd. Oh, Dolphins drop it, goes backwards, and Broncos ball there away. Josh Rogers. Oh, taking out at 35. That was an absolute shambolic shambles there from the Brisbane Broncos. But, sorry, from the Dolphins. But the Broncos do get it at the 45. Second tackle. Yes, they don't. They don't. Don't know why I mentioned it. Muppet, Aston Villa fan, makes sense. It really does make sense for the silliness. Third tackle now, the old Midlands. Never trust the Midlands. Never trust the Midlands. Fourth tackle now at the 35. Paddy Carrigan with the ball rolls back to Billy Walters. He'll go right to Reynolds. Reynolds underneath to Dean Marino, Jordan Riggy. And it'll be fifth tackle now at the 25. So Adam Reynolds will whack that ball up. Pretty basic kick, but Staggs comes underneath. The ball's everywhere. And now it's the Dolphins' ball at the 20. That was really awkward. Really awkward. Seven ones, can't believe how good the Squeals and Dragons game was. That was a horrific game. If you think that was a good game, I think you need to get medicated. Like, I prefer defensive grinds, like a 16-14 or a 14-12 kind of deal. 44-40 means that your team can't defend for shit. That is an awful game. It's awful. Mark Nichols, fifth tackle at 38. Zeb Watson, what are you talking about? Now, kicking over the top here for Bostock. Ball bounces. Oh, there's nothing wrong with the tackle. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. Tristan Saylor got smacked in the tackle. It's not a tackle in there, Broncos fans. You should know the rule. Oh, Adam G. Adam G, you're calling that just because of the booze on the tackle. There's nothing wrong with the tackle from Bostock. There's nothing wrong with the tackle on Bostock, man. No way. No, he's called an offside just to make... Nah, I'm sorry. I'm off Adam G recently. I'm really off Adam G recently. He has really gone downhill compared to how good he was. But he has called that on the sole basis to give the Broncos a leg up based on the fact that he believes that tackle should have been penalised when it isn't a penalty because the ball bounced. It's not a penalty when you're jumping for the ball when it's already bounced. Anyone hope this is a good game? Nice and close overly. Oh, everyone wants it to be a good game, close game. We love that. Second tag for the Broncos at 35. This is a finals game. You know, we've got a finals game 2 weeks early. Dead set. So right-hand side to Reynolds. Reynolds gets it out the back here to Saylor. Saylor here. Dolphins defense been all over the shop. 4 tackling at the 15. 15 metres out. 4 tackle. Out to Staggs. Staggs usually likes to turn up against the Dolphins. Paddy Carrigan at the back here to Payne Haas. Payne Haas flicks at the back to Walters. And it'll be fit tackling at the 15. Paddy Carrigan running himself on fifth. Gives it up to Reno. Reno, wrong play, little man. Wrong play. So it will be Dolphins ball at the 12. So this was like an AFL score. It was fun watching them not be able to stop the other one. And when they got 1 try, they got 3 or 4 was madness. Well, each to their own is what we'll say, Seb Watson. Each to their own, mate. If you enjoyed it, who am I to say that it wasn't a good game for you? But I just... That game for me was pathetic, to be completely honest with you. Herbie Farnworth. It's, like, if the Titans had won 44-40, I would tell you that was a pathetic performance and a pathetic game. Even if we won 44-40. Jordan says you like the NFL. Oh, I'm a massive Tennessee Buccaneers fan. Massive Tennessee Buccaneers. Great to see that big hit yesterday in the Dogs-Manly game. No question why I love this game so much. Lovely stuff. Yeah, Hamoli Olakawatu, massive hit, man. That was awesome. And O'Sullivan, he'll go for a 40-20. No, he won't. He'll go straight down the guts. And it'll be Tristan Saylor gives it off to Josiah Katapani. And Katapani will be taken down at the 15, first tackle. But yeah, that big hit was massive. And it's good to see that a big boy like that is able to put on that shot without giving away a penalty. You know, without giving away a high tackle or just anything like that. It was just a really pure, clean shot, yeah. Daniel Bate, if it's about the Gold Coast Titans, my best bet is to listen to the Gold Coast Titans Frontline podcast every single week with myself and Clark, his separate lead column. We talk everything Gold Coast Titans. There's not much point me going too in-depth into decisions and whatnot because we will talk about that on the podcast. So, fifth tackle now at the 45, off to Adam Reynolds. And Reynolds with a bit of an average kick. His kicking game hasn't been fantastic so far, Reno, but the Dolphins will get the ball at 30. His kicking game's been pretty average so far. That means there's Houston Oilers on top. Now, look, personally for me, mate, I go around the Seattle basketball team. Big Seattle basketball team fan. Can't think what they are. Sonics, the Seattle Supersonics. You know, what a time to be alive. Get around the Supersonics. Kevin Durant's my favourite player for the Seattle Supersonics. So 4 tackling with the Dolphins at the 45 on the Broncos side of the field. 10 minutes gone in the first half, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new. O'Sullivan off to Trey Fuller, and he'll be taking that at 35. So fit tackle, Max Plush on O'Sullivan. And good kick for Bostock. Good kick! And Bostock has hit the ball about 1 million metres forward. About 34 million metres forward. About 1 million metres forward. Only 10 minutes gone here. It does feel like it's gone a lot longer, to be fair. It was a warm day. It wasn't as hot as last week's Saturday game. But then again, last week's Saturday game there was 2 games, and I think that's what got us hard. That's what got into us. If it was just the 1 game, it probably would have been alright like today. But 2 games was deadly last week. 4 tackle here for the Broncos at their own 40. Travis says, W Stream, appreciate you, brother. Steve says, I know this is all about Lee, but how good is it that young Aussie kid beat Novak Djokovic? Yeah, Alexei Popyrin. Oh, Popyrin. Reynolds gives out the back of the Stags. Stags, the halfway point, fit tackle. And now Reno, again, kicking game. Not good, man. It goes straight down the guts there to Trey Fuller, who grabs the ball at the 20 and gets a 25 to the 30. Good run. Good run there. Corey Jensen nearly gave away a penalty. He's lucky. Isako. Yeah, if Jensen doesn't make that tackle, he's probably away there. Probably away. You know who I'm really looking forward to this year, Mitchell? Like, obviously, Herbie Farnworth. Mitchell says I prefer Sean Kemp. Who was that Kevin Durant guy? I'm really looking forward to this new rookie coming through. His name is Dennis Rodman. Yeah, it's going to be really exciting to see him play for the Chicago Bucks this year in the NHL. It's going to be great. So left hand side to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan out the back to Hamiso. 23 metres out. Fit tackle. O'Sullivan puts the ball up for Avarillo, but it will be easily taken there by Selwyn Cobbo. Broncos fan says, let's go Broncos. I would have been able to tell who you supported from your name, to be honest with you. Or maybe he's a Denver Broncos fan. You never know. It is a very tense start here. I'd say the Dolphins have probably been the better team over the first 12 minutes or so. I'm getting a bit of a vibe the Dolphins win this, man. Like, I did tip the Broncos 1-12 before the game started, but I'm just getting a bit of a vibe that the Dolphins might win this. But Katoni Staggs, and I say that, loses the ball, knock on. Gee whiz, I'm telling you, I'm just getting a vibe. I'm getting a vibe the Dolphins might take this. They seem like they're up for it a bit more. I still believe that Moses should be their hooker and not Billy Walters. Daz, mate, you're getting timed out for a minute, and you deserve to get timed out for a minute. And you know what? You know, Daz, mate, you know why you've been timed out for a minute. You are very well aware of why I've timed you out for 1 minute. Don't ever put the Packers with Chicago ever again. Don't ever do that ever again. Go the Los Angeles Celtics. Dolphins now taking down at the 35. Time here out, Daz. The Boston Lakers. What a team. What a great team that is. O'Sullivan off to Tavita Punga Jr. He'll be 25 metres out of the line. Second tackle. Max Platt to Mark Nichols. Mark Nichols goes himself, and they'll be 15 metres out of the line. Third tackle. Never heard of her. She seems like someone that would be a complete weirdo, though. Who are you talking about? At the back to Hamiso to Jack Bostock. 5 metres out of the line. Fourth tackle. Dolphins have had a few attacks. Broncos have defended well so far. Off to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan to Max Plath. Max Plath here to Nichols. Nichols to Avarillo. Avarillo to Farnworth. They got space. Isako! Drives over the Dolphins. Jermaine Isako goes bang. Jermaine Isako with the 4-0 with a kick to come. That is massive. Broncos concede first here, and the Dolphins take the early lead. And they deserve it. The Dolphins have been the better team in this opening 15 minutes. They have been the better team in the opening 15 minutes. Diogo says, dude, you're sweating. Yeah, it's hot on the Gold Coast. Absolutely. Oh, what, you're talking about this? Shit, yeah. Shit, yeah, mate. You know, is it hot? Does it look hot, mate? Of course it is. What do you think? We live in Australia, brother. It is hot, yeah. Yeah, it is. It just says that Dennis Rodman shit. That Dennis Rodman shit would slap you. But then again, he did like to dress up. Boom, bang, pow, what a score. Yeah, there you go. Try time there for Jermaine Isago. Did Osaka point to the ground and say this is our home? Breton says. Osaka? Naomi Osaka is not playing in this game. But Jermaine Isago was very excited. And fair enough. No. Great try from the eastern suburbs, Rabbitohs. What? Is that where he played his first footy? What? Eastern suburbs, Rabbitohs. What are you talking about? That was a real team, though. Look it up on the Washington Wizards wiki. You know why you got timed out. And they will get the kick from the sideline. Hey, fun fact, Jermaine Sarko has taken 4 kicks from my sideline, and guess how many he's got from them? Guess how many Jermaine Sarko has kicked in front of me from my sideline from 4 kicks? Let's count them on one hand. All right, get ready. I can't because there is not a single kick that he's made on my sideline. Hey, fun fact, Lomax is the same, but he's got about like 8 that he's missed in front of my sideline. Daniel Bates is still wearing shorts in the UK, and I'll tell you what, Lars. Yeah, well, you're going to get cold. You're definitely going to get some... We have had a cold winter for mine. It has been pretty cold for us. But this summer is going to be hell on earth. This summer for Australians will be romper stomper. I don't think a single Australian will disagree with that. So left-hand side to Tavita Punga Jr. And he's going to be second tackle here at the 15. No, offload. To be fair, Billy Walters is the one who touched it. I wouldn't say that. Challenge that. Challenge that. Challenge it. I'd challenge that. That's not a knock-on from the Dolphins. Roostermans, I agree. Yeah, mate, it's ridiculous. Like it's been winter for the last week, and we've had 35-degree days. Isako has punched the ground more times than he's made kicks in front of you. That is correct. That is correct. It's not. Yeah, it's not backwards. But either way, it's still going backwards from Tavita. It's not a knock-on. So, Pangai's going backwards. I would argue... I disagree. It's gone backwards, though. How is it a knock-on if you drag it into the opponent's goal line into yourself? How can you call that a knock-on when he drags it towards the opponent's goal line, but into himself that doesn't get touched, and then it goes backwards because it bounced off his body and goes towards his own goal lines? I don't understand. We call that a Badger call. That is an awful call, Sam. Yeah, that's the Casey Badger call all day. Cohen Hinton says, bro, I'll be dead in the summer. I'm going to Fiji, and even though that'll be really hot, that's where I have pure aircon and beautiful beach. Then again, I live in the Gold Coast, which is also pure aircon and beautiful beach. So I don't really lose in that regard. Yeah, it doesn't... So said the way that it can be, or right inside here, the Broncos, let me give 15 metres after the line. So the way that it can be called a knock-on is that he pulls the ball forward and then a Broncos player touches it. As he pulls the ball towards him, he's facing his goal line, but pulling it towards him is towards the opposition's goal line. He pulls it towards him and a Broncos player touches it, which is a knock-on. But no Broncos player touched that, which is why that shouldn't have been a knock-on. It should have been Dolphins' ball. It should have been a successful challenge. All right, so third tackle here for the Broncos. Billy Walters up to Reynolds. Reynolds at the back now to the grass. And then Staggs will pick it up and he'll be taken down 5 minutes out from the line. 4 tackle. 17 minutes gone. 6 again here. Out of Tristan Saylor. Reno underneath to Corey Jensen. And Corey Jensen is going to be 11 minutes out of the line. They'll give it off here to Walters. And Walters is now 5 metres out. Paddy Carrigan gives it off here to Reynolds. Knock on. Unblock me on Instagram, you cat. But wow, Reynolds down. I hope he's alright. God bless him, man. You know, obviously there's banter and I talk shit about him blocking this on Instagram and whatnot. But at the end of the day, we're actually quite cool. It wasn't actually, he didn't decide to block me, to be fair. It was the Broncos media man, allegedly. Logan Ballsack says, "G'day, Blaze and chat. I need some quick reviews and thoughts. Bulldogs vs Manly, Munro and his mum and uncle. Para vs Dragons." In regards to Para vs Dragons, I've gone over that, man. If you want my real true opinion and thoughts, firstly look at my Instagram, BKR Sport. But if not that, at the beginning of the stream, I did kind of talk about that. Renault is grabbing at his right shoulder here, by the way. Jairette Michael says, "Please, both teams are mine, so I want to watch live streaming game. Can you guys hook me up, please?" We would have hooked you up, Jairette. Like, we would have hooked you up. But, doesn't need to hide, by the way, Sam. Doesn't need to hide. It's only one comment. But we would have hooked you up. But because you have two teams, that right there means we're not going to hook you up. It's because of you we're not going to put the game on. No way is this a penalty. No. No way. No way is that a bin. No way is that a bin. No way has that just happened. What are you talking about, man? What? So Dolphins are down to 12 here. Can you show us the call again? Fox, show us it again. Show us it again, because that's ridiculous. Oh, man, that's a dreadful call. They call that, but they don't call either of the sim bins in the women's game today. That's bullshit, man. Bullshit. Yeah, that's karma. Knock on Broncos. That is absolute karma. I'm telling you, officiating is so poor at the moment. So poor. Go back and show us this high contact, Kate. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Josh Rogers. No, that's Piakura. I'm gonna go back and look at it. I'm gonna go back and have a look at it. I'm gonna go back and have a look at it because I need to see this. I need to. Here we go. Oh, stop it, man. I've just seen it. That is awful, that call. Jeez. I've just gone back and had a look at it. That's laughable, that call. Laughable. Not even a penalty. But yet they call the ones in the women's game today as just high tackle penalty, but they don't give any bin to either of them. Dadman says Reynolds is a foot shorter than him. What does he mean to do? Well, if you go back and have a look at it, it's not even bad. Like, what does he mean to do? That's a penalty to the Dolphins. Oh, wow. Wow, there you go. Haruhoni Whipperada says, "No, you got to be joking. So last week game with the Warriors was not like that." This is the problem, Haruhoni. This is the issue. The issue is that we see last week's call not given, then we see this week's call given, and then next week we'll see last week come back into it with a call that doesn't get made. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is an issue because if the Broncos had scored there, who's to say they don't go on to have an absolute, field day with Dolphins with a man in the bin? There's still 60 minutes to go to get this game. By the way, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. But there's 60 minutes to go in this game. So people be like, oh, they lost by 40 points to 6. Who cares? No, because at the point of the change of the call, it was 6-0 to the Dolphins. And that's the issue that you face. People go like, oh, the call wasn't made in the last 5 minutes of the game, so it doesn't matter. Bullshit. The more important calls actually realistically happen around the 10, 15, 20, 25-minute mark. It changes the complexion of the game, and our team gets momentum. Unfortunately, one team does lose that momentum, and that's fair enough, but in the same sense, it's not fair enough, because guess what? They didn't deserve to lose that momentum through a poor officiating call. That's the issue that we find here. And luckily for the Dolphins, they didn't give it up because of it. So fit tackle in for the Dolphins. Mason shots over the Dolphins. That is karma. That's man. 10-0 to the Dolphins, the kick to come. That is karma. Karma for an awful call. Take that, bunker. Take that, bunker. 10-0 with a kick to come. That is a great play there from the Dolphins. Hamiso, good run through, follows it up and gives up to Jake Avarillo. I know what Wayne's done here. These guys aren't playing the positions. Like, and I knew this before, but these guys aren't playing the positions that they are on the sheet because Avarillo was playing as a centre just then, which is what he was named to play and then was changed into the 5'8", but yet Hamiso has just come in from a fullback role there when he's meant to be the left centre. So I think Wayne's done a great job here. I think he's absolutely screwed the Bronx here. I think he's screwed the Bronx here. I think this right here is telling you a lot about Wayne Bennett and why he's got the success that he has. I think Kevin Walters is recognising this now. Well, he wouldn't have known, but like, I'm just saying there's a lot of difference. There's a lot of players right now not playing in the positions that the team list says, but they're playing in their original positions, if you know what I'm saying. Crippy says, Brenton, you're right, bro, but it wasn't even about the late hit. They said shoulder to the head. Are you kidding me, bro? This is so bad, man. So, like, on a extremely technical basis, there was, like, contact to the head shoulder, but it was not anywhere near even a penalty, let alone a sin bin. It was crazy. I went back and had a look at it. It's just no. Get out of here, cats, man. Short carved open. Absolutely. And this all comes off that knock on, but that's karma, man. See, this is F the Broncos. Let's go Dolphins. Roseman says, it pisses me off no wonder how officials can bugger a game up in the blink of an eye. So luckily, right now, the game hasn't been buggered up, but it's just very frustrating that we have to talk about that rather than the excitement of the game, because this game is exciting. And I can tell you right now, the Broncos aren't out of this game yet. The Broncos will come back at some stage. It just comes down to if they can come back enough. Logan Paul says, Wayne Bennett, the Magic Man. Yeah, I wonder if he can fix this Rabbitohs problem, because the Rabbitohs are in a world of pain at the moment, and it doesn't look like from the outset, I don't see Wayne Bennett coming in and getting the Rabbitohs to a grand final next year. Like, I feel like there's a lot of conversations to be had within that club, and I feel like it definitely could take over a year. I know he's been working with them this year, but there's very clearly a lot of issues that the Rabbitohs need to sort out. But, you know, the full Rabbitohs fans go, oh, but look at your own club. Yeah, don't worry, I have problems with my club. I have a lot of problems with you know, people who you know, there's a lot of problems with our club. But, you know, I recognise those, and everyone does recognise those, and, you know, hopefully they can be resolved. But, you know, just a lot of people. Broncos here. Jesse Arthurs is away. Broncos are away at the 40, at the 30, at the 20. Selwyn Cobbo. Good D. Oh, no, he gets away. Oh, Tammy's out. Lucky he didn't knock that ball on. It was close, third tackle. So 10 metres out now from the line. They give it off to Josh Rogers. Rogers to Pierre Cura. No, Blake Moses, sorry, to Payne Haas. And Payne Haas now gets it off to Tristan Saylor. Saylor here. He'll go right and Bushguard. Yeah, it's probably a it's probably a penalty. He does go past the horizontal. He does. Well, no, this isn't a sin bin. No, it's a penalty. It's a rightful penalty. It's not a sin bin. No, you cannot tell me it's a bin. You can't. It's not possible. It's not possible. You can't tell me it's a bin. It's definitely a It's definitely a penalty. There's no world this is a bin. There's no world. Exactly right. Commentary, that is awful that you've been brought up as a bin. So first tackle now for the Broncos. Blake Moser gives it to... Who's the 10? Marshall King comes onto the field here for the Dolphins, by the way. Who's the 10 there for the Bronx? Is that... It's not Payne. Right-hand side onto Saylor. Saylor gives it out. No, it's Payne 22. That's right. So third tackle now for the Broncos. 10 metres out here from the line. 6 again for the Bronx. 6 again. Oh, Willison is 10. Thank you, Sam. Of course, I know you're a big Willison fan. Payne Haas gives it off here to Moser. Moser This game's changed a little bit when Moses come into the 9, by the way, rather than Billy Walters being that 9, just throwing that out there. Billy Walters is still on the field, but I'm just saying, when Moses comes on, game changes a bit. Xavier Willison taken down 2 metres short here of the line. Second tackle for the Broncos. They've got a man advantage. Surely you score. Short ball, Paddy Carrigan! Try time for the Broncos. He does not score many tries, but Paddy Carrigan will score a try basically under the post. It is 12-4 with the kick to come. It's about to be 12-6 any moment now. Is Billy playing as halfback? Yeah, Brett, I would assume that Billy is playing the halfback role because obviously Reynolds has come off the field. But Jesse Arthurs is who got them into this position on the field. It's like his 3rd try. Yeah, he doesn't score much. I think he scored his first try this year, didn't he? Around the same time that Twally scored. 12 scored this year, yeah? It's been a long year, lads. Is 12... When 12 scored his first try, it was this year, yeah? Was it last year? Shit, I don't know. It was last year. There you go. Jeez, that's... Christian, I don't know, man. I did it live. I watched it live, but I watched so much rugby league that it just gets compounded. Walters is a future immortal, kind of someone whose name is Blake playing over him. Oh, man. Blake. Melson Wilson says, Dolphins will smash the Bronx. Well, right now it's not looking like that. The Dolphins have made the bin. Broncos just scored. It's even with that bin, by the way. What about Reynolds missed the first 10 minutes? Reynolds, he did something to do with his shoulder, but it was a bullshit bin. They said that Kafusi got binned for high contact on Reynolds, which was atrocious. But Reynolds was injured with his shoulder. He sneezed and got concussed, Sam said. 12th annuity last year and this year. Oh, that's right. He has scored this year too, hasn't he? 14.5 minutes to go here of the game. Not the game, the first half, too. Was be a good score if this was of the game. It has been a fun game to watch so far. It has been fun. Actually, that's a great idea, really. I can not only watch the NRL or listen to the NRL in the car tonight, but I can also put the Premier League on. I forgot that it's Saturday. The old Premier League's on the night. Who's the 9:30 game? 3rd tackle here. By the way, 1.5 left at the bin for Kafusi. 3rd tackle with the Broncos at their own 30. Who's the 9:30 PM game tonight? Arsenal Brighton. Whatever. Go Brighton. 4th tackle now. Forgot it was Saturday. That's good. Is the Hammer playing? Nelson, I got to ask you a question. You know, you're a Dolphins fan. You don't even know if Hamiso's playing. What's happening here? Yes, Hamiso is playing. Okay, prove to me you're a Dolphins fan, Nelson. What position is Hamiso playing in this game? What position does Hamiso play? Leicester v Villa. Get into Sam. Get into Daniel Bate. Jeez, Daniel Bate won't like that. Leicester beat Aston Villa. Daniel Bate will not like that. Also, where are you getting that from? 2nd tackle. Villa will fall apart when Champions League comes around. So 3rd tackle now at the 25. Good run by Trey Fuller. And he's away. The 45, the 50. He loses it, goes backwards, but the Broncos do get it. Bounces towards the Broncos. And now Xavier Willison. He'll be taken out at 35. Jamie Vardy, masterclass maybe. Sam. Nelson says, I'm not a Dolphins fan, I'm a Panthers fan, but I respect the Hammer and he's a fullback. Okay, well, if you're a Panthers fan and you just offended Hamiso, okay, I forgive you. But I did trick you, by the way. I was deliberately tricking you because Hamiso's playing centre today, not fullback. Trey Fuller's playing fullback, Hamiso's playing centre. Normally you would be right, but I asked you that question full well knowing that I could trick you. Well, that's an obstruction if it doesn't go down. 3rd tackle now, 15 metres out from the line. Felice Kafusi is back for the Dolphins. So Payne Haas taking down 10 metres out, 4th tackle. That's not sold out, by the way. Who said this game was sold out? No, it's not. Oh, how did that even happen just then? Kenny Brumwich gets the ball away to Herbie Farnworth. Farnworth! Oh, it gives away all the way to Osako. No, Dolphins. You don't need to score on every play, Dolphins. Dolphins, you don't need to score on every play. And now the Broncos got the ball again, attacking 30. 1st tackle. Maper says, go Brox Nation. Well, it's close right now. Pants fan, eh? Oh, DFT. Hey, I'll be in Penrith next week, man, so I can't really... I can't really talk shit right now. I would like not to be in a fight in Penrith. That would be nice. That would be nice. Second tackle now for the Broncos. Paddy Carrigan, Billy Walters knock on Broncos. Hamiso's away! Hamiso at the 20! He at the 30! He at the 40! Hamiso! Boo! 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 Hamiso will score to the post, picks the ball up and goes the distance. Not only is it the kick again, but it is also his totem for his culture. Hamiso will go the distance. Bang! Baby. 16-6 with the kick to come. It's about to be 18-6 any moment now. As soon as Hamiso picked that ball up, I was like, no one in the Broncos is fast enough to catch him. Tristan Sale's not fast enough. You don't have a fast team, Broncos. You don't. Who's your fast players? Stags nowhere close to getting him. Tristan Saylor did he got close to him once he'd started jogging, but the Broncos, as soon as Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow got away there, the Billy Walters, that Jordan Ricky knock on, as soon as Hamiso picked it up, I was like, that's a try. Yeah, where was Cobbo, to be fair, Mitchell? Where was Selwyn Cobbo? To be fair, Selwyn was never going to catch him, but where was he? Yeah, Hamiso was just jogging. I'm telling you, I think that the fastest three players in the game, in no particular order except for one, Loffy, but I think the fastest three players in the game is Loffy, Hamiso, and... Loffy, Hamiso, and probably Saab. Loffy, Hamiso, probably Saab. Saab's an awful defender, but he's a very fast player. Alright, so there we go. The Dolphins will make it 18-6 here with 10 minutes to go the first half. Obviously, guys, hit that like button, subscribe if you are new around here. And also, jump over to BKRtravel and subscribe because on Monday, you're going to get part 2 of my fitness series that I've been doing for the last 53 days, 75 hard. And also, on Wednesday, you're going to see a vlog from my trip down to Newcastle tonight, where after this stream, I'm driving down. I'm actually staying in my car tonight by a... Oh, that's ridiculous, that sim being called, by the way. Look at it again. I actually decided that instead of staying at a hotel, instead of flying down, which I can do both of those, there's no problem with that, I have decided that I wanted to do a little bit of driving and just decide to stay in my car on the way down. I got a blow-up mattress and whatnot, put in the car already, sorted it out. Well, that's a penalty. The Dolphins, by the way, high tackle. Hey, if you're going to call Kafusi a high tackle bin, well, you got to call this on a high tackle bin. Come on. Let's see. Let's see if this is direct contact. Come on, let's see. Jimmy Jolliffe Mitchell. And that's a bin. That is a bin. That is a bin. That actually is a dead set bin. That's direct shoulder contact, and that is forceful. That is a very clear bin, that one from Willison. See you later. Enjoy the bin. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. That's an actual bin. Hate to inform you this, Nelson, but Blackburn coming for your premise spot. Blackburn. And a bin he goes. See you later. The Broncos season falling down, falling down, falling down. The Broncos season falling down. See ya later. It's not game over yet, by the way, Broncos, but I'm going to laugh when I'm going to laugh. Just like if the Dolphins were losing this game, I'd love to. Like, I laugh if it's funny. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. One of these teams will be welcomed to the loser brigade by the end of this game. I will open arms, cuddle you good night, say it's okay. I know how it feels. First tackle here with the Dolphins now at the 50. Don't worry, pretty much everyone here does know how it feels. Because everyone here is a Titans fan too. Alright, so it is second tackle now for the Dolphins at the 45. They'll give it off here to Max Plath. And Plath will be 35 metres out, third tackle. Just a reminder, Broncos, the Dolphins last week lost by 50 points to the Melbourne Storm. Just a quick little reminder. Nelson says, who do you follow in the EPL, brother? Okay. Are you really asking me that question right now? Are you really? Actually, Oh, you can't see it, to be fair. Oh, I just realised you can't see it on this stream. So, fifth tackle. Oh, no, that's fine. And we Broncos who get taken down here. First tackle at the 15. So, Nelson, I'm literally wearing this shirt right now. I forgot that you couldn't see it. Second tackle now at the 25 here for the Broncos. Tristan Saylor will get the ball out to the 28. Olivia Reed with the $8 redo donation. I guarantee you that she is sending a donation from Suncorp Stadium right now. Says, another day, another dono. It's hot here, but the atmosphere is insane. Yeah, no, it's good. It's good time right now. But it'll be interesting to see how the Broncos get away from this bin at the moment. Should not have been a bin for the Dolphins, but I guess a bit of karma happened because the Dolphins scored twice with that bin realistically. I know how many times scored without it, but it was like 30 seconds afterwards. So, yeah, it's interesting to see how this game plays out. It's only 12 points, but the Broncos with this bin, if the Dolphins score again, this will be really hard for the Broncos to come back from. But I am expecting a high-scoring game here today. But I appreciate you for the donation, Olivia. We appreciate you. Has anyone stayed top spot in the NRL from the first to last round? I don't think so, but if there was a team, it'd be the Storm or the Panthers. The Roosters have always been too inconsistent to do that, but the Storm or the Panthers are a shout. Panthers last 3 years, Storm at some point over the last 25. But, Furby Farm wants to wait. Try time. Thanks for coming. Try time for the Dolphins. Jay Gavarillo, 22-6 with the kick to come. Is there a fire alarm? Suncorp Stadium. Is there a fire alarm? Suncorp Stadium. The Dolphins will score. Abby Farmworth breaks right on through. They had a left, they had a right, they had a good night regardless of the way that they went. And the Dolphins will score. 22-6 with a kick to come. But Broncos fans, I'll give you some hope. Dolphins were leading us by 14 points to 0 in a game earlier this year, about 5 weeks ago, and we beat them by 7 points. So don't give up hope just yet. And also last week when you played the Parramatta Squeals, you came back from big deficits. So, But I can answer you that question in regards to the Premier League, Daniel Bay. I can answer you that question. Toothbrush Boy will be cracking out his ult soon. Toothbrush Boy. Oh no. What's going on? Too funny. Too funny. Message from Dane. I'm currently streaming right now, and I'm not going to read out what you're saying, but that is very funny. Oh, it's too good. Oh, Jalen's dad messaging. Good stuff. Well, the Dolphins there will kick the ball. It's 24-6. Just an FYI to everybody, Jalen de Groot is debuting for the Gold Coast Titans tomorrow. He's been killing it for Ipswich this year. Get around my boy Jalen de Groot. Unfortunately, Keanu Kenny will not be playing tomorrow due to a cork. I don't know. I reckon Desi's given Jalen a crack. Tigers will next year, Daniel. So, Mitchell, the question that Daniel Bate asked was, has anyone stayed top spot in the NRL from the first to last round? You've replied with Tigers. I think I know where the confusion's come from here. He wasn't asking the question, has anyone stayed from the 0 minute to the 80th minute in front in the lead? Because pretty much everybody except for the Tigers have done that. Yes, the Tigers have not done that. But you're saying that next year the Tigers will actually win a game after the 80th minute. Unbelievable. It really is. It's really incredible stuff there, Mitchell. So well done there for that one. I do believe that you might win a game next year. You might win one, maybe. Maybe. It's a harsh task. Really harsh one to see, but maybe, So left-hand side, he is. Sean O'Sullivan to Felice Kafusi. Not Felice Kafusi. Kenny Bromwich will be fit tackle now at the 30. 4.5 minutes to go the first half. Marshall King. O'Sullivan. He puts it up. And knocked backwards. Dolphins ball. Trey Fuller. Flicks it back. Knock on Broncos. And Dolphin ball at the 10. Woo! Dolphin ball at the 10. 10 barriers, and this will get you pumped for your big drive. Oh, no. No. I'm just commentating very, very unbiased here. Very unbiased. Luai will kill the Tigers next year, and I'm a Panthers fan. We'll see. The Tigers are the Tigers. We'll see. I believe Luai will kill it, but we'll see. Bretton says, thank you, Kenny. Take the year off, brother. You've done well. I love how you say that as if, like, Jalen de Groot is not a good player. Jalen de Groot is going to do well tomorrow, bro. Fun fact, the Titans have never lost with Jalen de Groot in the top 18 team list for the Titans. Don't know what the last part is, but Jalen de Groot has never lost an NRL game. So you're right, Herbie Funworth. We'll be taking that 5 minutes out from the line. Yes, Jesse, I will. I'll read that in a second. First tackle here, 5 minutes out. Dolphin. 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 Second tackle. 13 out. Out to Sullivan. And then it's going to be marking Nichols. And Nichols will be 8 meters out now from the line. By the way, Knights, if you win right now, 6 again for the Dolphins. If you win tomorrow, it's going to hurt you so much if you don't win tomorrow. But if you win tomorrow, whoever wins your game next week makes the 8. I just want to put that out there, my personal belief. So Max Plath, he'll give it out to O'Sullivan. Sullivan now gives it out to Bostock. He's 3 minutes out, second tackle. Broncos, you can't concede here. You're down a man, though. 2.5 minutes to go the first half. Gets it off to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan gives it off here to Max Plath. Max Plath gives it off here to Kenny Bromwich, and he'll be 13 minutes out of the line. Says this is Dolphins' house. Off to Nichols. 4 tackle. 4 minutes out from the line. 4 tackle. Go left. That should be 6 again, but go left. They do. They go left. Try time. Try. No! He flicked it over the top. He flicked it over the sidelines. That will be Broncos ball at 10. Your season's still alive, Broncos. Databases in sport is a strange beast, but maybe not that strange. Tigers winning the games. Crazy stuff. Crazy. They did flog Manly last week, but... so Jesse said, hey, Blaze, you plan to do a post-season wrap-up for the teams, whether it was a failure or not again? Yes. The first one will come next week, and that'll be for the New Zealand Warriors, because obviously their season finishes. Oh, should I? To be fair, because I should wait until the Titans season finishes, because the Titans could go below or above them. If the Titans win tomorrow, then I will put the Warriors... if the Titans win and the Sharks... if the Warriors win tonight and the Titans win tomorrow... then I will put out the wait for the final round of the season with the Titans. So yeah, either the Warriors will come out this week, or if results go in favour of Warriors and Titans, then the Warriors will come out the week after. Damn, mate, so I'm very interested in how the Tigers go next year, though. I hope they can improve a lot. Their fans need a break, eh? I get confused by this, yeah? Like, everyone's like, the Tigers need a break. The Tigers fans... There are so many teams fans that need a break. I can tell you right now the Titans fans need a break, that's for sure. I can tell you that, who's another one? The Knights kind of did get a break when they went their 10-game stretch last year. The Warriors, they got a prelim last year, though. So they got their break last year. Realistically, it's probably just the Titans and the Tigers right now that deserve a break in regards to, their fans deserve a break. Because, everyone's like, the Tigers won 3 wins Spencer Road. That's great. We haven't been far off them. We've been in the bottom 4 the last 3 years as well. And the Dolphins... Oh, Trey Fuller gets the ball. Trey Fuller's been good today. Wayne Bennett is a Blaze stayer, isn't he? He's not everyone's cup of tea, but you can't say he doesn't love the game. Yeah, I agree. Definitely not everyone's cup of tea, that's for sure. But in regards to this game, he has outclassed Kevin Walters massively because he named a random team across the park in regards to the players normally playing, but put them in different positions. They're not playing at different positions. They're not. They're just not. Farmer pushes off a couple, and he'll get taken down to the 40. Gagai, Washington, Bradman hanging for Barley. Bradman loves a bit of barley. Does love a bit of barley. Gag's been better every year. He ages like fine wine, Sam. That is a lie. But he is a very good player. But also, Sam, I must. That should have been a penalty. That should have been a penalty. That should have been a penalty to the Dolphins. That. Go for a field goal, Broncos. You won't. You're scared. You're scared, Broncos. I'm confident in my team next year, Daniel, but I have a few issues with my club right now internally. So we'll see the involvement that I might have next year. So first tackle leave for the Broncos at the 40. But Titans do have a direction and an elite coach. Tigers do not. I would agree with that. Yeah, for sure. So Broncos here. Yeah, didn't do anything with it. So it will be half-time. The half-time score, 24-6 here to the Dolphins over the Broncos. 24-6 to the Dolphins over the Broncos. Broncos have a player in the bin at the moment. Obviously, guys, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. And let me know your thoughts on the first half. But yeah, Greg, you are right. Yeah, Nelson, why are we talking about the Rabbits and the Panthers? And also, like, let's not have a crack at Tyrone Munro, realistically, because, like, Tyrone Munro scored a try for his mother, who passed away in the last couple of days, and his uncle, who I actually knew. I knew Humdinger. We didn't know each other, like, really, really well, but he respected what I do, and I respect what he does on the online world and whatnot. And, yeah, it was really sad to hear about, man. It was really sad to hear about. So yeah, like don't have a crack at Tyrone Munro because he just scored 2 tries in a game that I can tell you right now, you and nobody else would have the strength and courage to do. I know I couldn't. You know, I lose my mum and my uncle in the same couple of days. I'm sorry, but I wouldn't be going out and playing a game of rugby league. But he went out there, scored 2 tries, and it was really impressive from Tyrone Munro. So yeah, not here to shit on the Rabbitohs, and definitely not here to shit on Tyrone Munro. Yeah. Daniel Bates says, I like Wayne. I like how the interviews he has, the reporter always guessing what he's going to say or what questions they should ask. Yeah. Tasman says, Broncos are all from the bin. We're making the finals. Yeah, good luck with that one in regards to the... Broncos making the finals. Brett Neslick says, Tigers, Galvin and Luai combo will be good to see next year. Is it Galvin or is it Latufanu? I'm telling you, I believe Latufanu could be a better player than Galvin. I just don't know if Latufanu gets the time at the Tigers because they are so focused on Galvin. But I believe that Latufanu could be designed into the next big thing. I didn't know Munro was related to Humdinger. Yeah, it was his uncle. But this is looking really tough here for the Broncos right now. Like, you came back from 18 points. No, sorry. No, completely wrong. The Panthers came back from a similar scoreline last year in the grand final. Actually, it was 2 points difference. 2 points difference. It was 24-8. It was 24-8. But yeah, like the Broncos, you can come back from it, but it's a hard ask. It is a very, very hard ask. Very hard ask. Lag and Bollocks says, are people just forgetting about how dangerous Skeleton will be in 2025? Yeah, but again, it's the Tigers, man. Like, players can go there all the time. No, like, Skeleton's fine. Like, Skeleton's okay. There's a lot more worries. Like, I'm definitely focusing more on Jerome Luai and that kind of signing. And Tuna Torova and whatnot. Then I'd definitely be focusing more on Torova than Skeleton. But Skeleton is good, solid. He's solid, but... nothing that is out of this world. From your perspective as a Bulldogs fan, you would think differently. But from an outsider's perspective, it's like Skeleton's fine. A lot more to prove, though. And the Tigers aren't exactly the team to prove it, but we'll see. Where was I? Oh, in regards to the Aussie cricketers. I did hear, Sam, that they went in regards to the sandpaper incident. And they had a bit of a laugh with that. 24-8, yeah. Yeah. 24-8. I am looking forward to my drive tonight. Actually, I'm going to ask you guys here. I'm going to ask you guys a question. I don't know if you know the answer, but I know you're going to give me an answer regardless. So I haven't had any kind of coffee or caffeine. Actually, Jay, you might know the answer to this. I haven't had any coffee or caffeine in 52 days since before I started my 75 hard. I am allowed to be on coffee. I am. I just haven't been doing it. But I can only have like almond milk because of or black, based on the fact that I am on keto. So keto / carnivore, but mainly more keto. Do you think if I have a coffee tonight that it would like mess up my insides, or do you think that it would just keep me awake forever? Yeah, they ask what if he's ever watched porn on VR before. Do you think it would just like keep you awake forever, or like says you'll be pinging insides fine? I don't know. It's just like caffeine's full on. Caffeine is full on. I'll be I don't know. Because I also want to sleep tonight, right? I'm driving, so I'm driving all the way down to Newey, so we'll keep you up. Well, because I want to get to at least Port Macquarie, which is about 5 hours. So if I can get to Port Macquarie and then pull up stumps there for the night, somewhere around there, then that'll be good. But otherwise, I'm all set up. I've got the sleeping arrangements in the back seat. Well, it's like the boot plus the back seat. It's great with the car because it's got such a big open space. Again, you'll see all this on the BKRtravel video that I put out this week. And I've got like the covers to put on the windscreens and all that type of stuff. It's pretty good. It's my first time ever doing it. Cup of tea sounds alright. Cup of tea puts me to sleep though, Jay. Like, I love a good cup of tea, but a cup of tea puts me to sleep. Should be okay. Just don't do a guts on the coffee powder. Just don't go a guts on the coffee powder. What? What are you saying, Jamel? What you saying? Tell you what has been a lifesaver. I don't think I would have got through 75 hard without ice baths. Don't drink tea then. I'm not going to... No. Remove Brett Neslick's comment. No. Remove it. I'll remove it. Don't worry. You idiot. You're an idiot. Tim Barry says, it'll give you a kick, but watch the downside. Typical Novocastrian. Stopping at Atari and see Trell. You're an idiot. Tim Barrett says, it will give you a kick, but watch the downside. Yeah, as long as, like, I'll start to know when I get tired. Again, as long as it's like a rest area, like I can park up there, I would like to kind of go towards it. Because in New South Wales, right? In New South Wales, I looked into all the rules and the regulations and the laws in regards to this. In New South Wales, you are allowed to, like, sleep in your car as long as it's, like, some places, like, it depends on if there's a sign that says you can only park for a certain amount of time, which obviously doesn't usually happen in the night time. But for the most part, you can actually sleep wherever, for the most part. So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Queensland, I don't believe you can. I don't think you're allowed to. You have to be in like a rest stop or a camping ground or something like that. But New South Wales is different. But again, BKRtravel, that'll be where you see the video on probably Wednesday. I'll be able to do it. Put it up. But yeah, Brett Neslick, you are a clown. Truck stop is the safest spot, mate. CCTV, toilets, food, etc. I can't really have food, Jay. I've already had my chicken for the day. I'm done until tomorrow morning. Might get some bacon, eggs or something in the morning, though, before I head on down to Newey. There's rest stops only every 45 minutes to 1 hour, 30 minutes on the way down. Yeah, no, I know. When I drove from Newcastle a few years ago, the Edric Lee game, which will haunt me to the day I die, he scored 5 tries on us and we got flogged that day. And I drove back by myself that night after driving down that morning. Painful day. That was painful, man. Having Toby Sexton, cry with me, to be fair, after the game. That was sad. Really, really sad after a night, that one. But I just drove. I didn't plan or anything like that, so I just slept in the car seat. And I was at one of those rest stops. Yeah, it's a bit weird, though, those rest stops can be sometimes, though. Yeah, I slept in my car at rest stops all the time on the Sydney to Brisbane trips. Yeah. Take Sam with you. He'll keep you awake. No, he's a cat. He's not coming down. He's not coming down, mate. He's a cat. He's a massive cat, that Sam bloke. Samantha is a massive cat. Massive cat. So Hamiso apparently got to 37 kilometers an hour on his run just then. Travel with Sam. It's like a real sexual tension between Sam Jenkinson and Brett Neslick. There's a real sexual tension that's a bit weird. Want to donate, Brenton, so I can? Yeah, Brenton. I reckon you should donate so that Sam gets it. Sam will definitely get that money. It definitely will not go to Vegas. If you donate, it will not go to the Vegas trip, alright? It will definitely go to Samantha. It will 100%. 100%. Joel Aesthetic says it's a hard game to watch. This is actually a really fun game to watch. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying this game. It's very fun. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Don't Sam's OnlyFans. No. Definitely donate here, and it will definitely go to Sam Jenkinson, and definitely not to my Vegas trip. It will definitely not go. I was going to make a joke that is not PG-13, that I will not be saying here. Brent says I'll donate to Sam in person. No, unfortunately, you can't do that. I actually won't allow that. Yeah, no, I won't allow that. It has to be through YouTube. Sorry, buddy. Unfortunately for you, buddy, that's not how life works. Sucks to be you, bud. Sucks to be you. Tackles 147, 140, so very similar on the tackle count. And actually, missed tackles isn't too separate in 24. Broncos 16 for the Dolphins. Also, Sam, you see that Ivana Lolosio and Ivana Lolosio was going ham on the drums today. She was going ham. So the girls asked Talia Fuimaono and Talia Fuimaono and also Ivana Lolosio came up and said, "Hey, listen, can we bring the drums onto the field?" And while they're running out, and they did, and she banged it. I was surprised that. I was scared she was going to break it. I was scared she's going to break it. But no, she did well. But it was good. It's good to see, I have a great relationship with our players in regards to the women's and a great relationship with our players in regards to the men's and whatnot. It's just unfortunate. There's, a couple of individuals that, anyway, in regards to the organisation. Jay says, get much footage for the women's game? Yeah, I've vlogged it all. It'll all come out in the men's game. I'll put the men and the women's vlog out as one, as I did, but include the drive and whatnot. So it just shows the whole weekend kind of deal. I may as well, man, because the women's game isn't that big, so it's good to put the women's with the men's to give it a little bit more extra eyes. By doing that, it gives extra eyes and whatnot. I love how the advertisement for the NRLW finals is the Titans, though. Because right now, we're in a bit of a sticky situation in regards to getting to finals. But if we beat the Eels next week, and then beat the Knights the week after, we're well on. But it's going to be really tough to lose a game. It'd be really tough to lose If we lose next week, I think our season's nearly done. It would nearly be done. It wouldn't be done, but it would pretty much be done. Realistically. Alright, still half time here, by the way, guys. Still hard time. Oh, by the way, Sam, your mate, I don't think a lot of people understand that Carter Gordon's not in our top 30. Would have thought they would move Fafita in and bring in Francis. Why? Why would you put Jojo to the fullback? It wouldn't make any sense. Debut Jalen at Groot. That makes the most sense. Give a debut to a young lad. You got to give the debut to the young lad. Why on earth? That makes no sense. I don't get people, man. I really don't. Why put Jojo Fafita to the fullback? That would just be silly. Actually, I just realised I haven't updated that ladder. That ladder's not correct. Because Manly got that good win yesterday, which is actually meaning that they're 1 point short of the Dogs. I've got to update this ladder. Put that down like that. Jojo sentence, but who the fullback then? Who the fullback? I think they're saying Jojo the fullback because they're saying why Jalen is debuting. Let's fix this ladder. Put this ladder like this. De Groot. No, but De Groot is coming fullback. What are you talking about? This person is saying that Jojo should have gone to fullback and Jalen De Groot shouldn't have been going into the team and all this type of jazz. I don't understand why. Jojo for me is definitely not fullback. Why have the women not got results they would expect with the injuries? Sam Wilson says. It's a good question. I would say today was really unfortunate that Casey Badger impacted the game very significantly. But outside of her schmozzlery, I would say that, yeah, I don't know, maybe we've just had to change our halves too much. Our defence was really solid for the most part today. Our attack's a little bit clunky, but we also had Leilani Montgomery in the team rather than Sian Lafitpo, and it's realistically usually Talia Fuimaono. But Talia's not been having a great season. Unfortunately, we have had a few injuries, to be fair, but it just hasn't been working out for us. Yeah, they are very one-dimensional this year. They do only attack down the Chapo and Emily Bass side, and unfortunately today they didn't have their best game, that's for sure. I wouldn't say that Chapo and Emily Bass had their best games today. Brendan Eslick with a $31 donation says, do the road trip down, Sam, you guys. He's about a 0.02% chance of coming down, to be fair. But I appreciate you for the $31 donation. Thank you very much. Definitely it's not going to Vegas. Definitely is going towards Sam coming down. But I appreciate you, Brenton, for the $31 donation. Haruhoni Parada says, are the Warriors in the NRLW next year? Yeah, and apparently they signed Appy Nichols, who's a good fullback. I believe, I have a strong belief that Georgia Hale will go there, but there's nothing that said it. There's no official news, and she hasn't said anything. So until then, because she wears Warriors kits on her Instagram, which, to be fair, is it should not be happening, man. Especially as our captain and whatnot, but also, she can do what she wants with her own socials. But it's just from a fan's perspective, it leaves a bit of an icky taste in your mouth. Even though Georgia's a great player for us, one of our best players, it does leave a little bit of an icky taste in your mouth when you're seeing your captain of your women's team, in Warriors jerseys and whatnot. But also, I don't know if she would be doing that if I don't know if she'd be doing that if the women's team was in, but it's just a little bit icky. But overall, I believe that she'd probably go back to the Warriors if they gave her the opportunity, and absolutely they would. Alright, so it's going to be Tristan Saylor who grabs his ball now at the 15. First half for the Broncos. Tim Barras spoke with players after the game. Embass sore neck, Chaps limping, Jess exhausted. Yeah, for sure. Oh, did you stay and wait out the back, did you, Tim? Or are you talking about when we were waiting outside on the fence? Did you stay and wait out the back, did you? If I didn't have to drive the Newey tonight, I would have waited at the back for him. But, yeah. What do you mean? Yeah, it doesn't answer my question. Paddy Carrigan, fit tackle at 35. So Blake Moser to Reynolds. And Reynolds back on the field. There you go. Oh, jeez. Yeah, tricky kick to grab. But the Dolphins do get it and they bring it back now to the 35. Oh, close to high tackle. Set it back. How long did they take to get out, Tim? Again, if it wasn't for the fact that I had to drive. For example, in 2 weeks' time, I'll wait at the back for him. Where's our last two games? It's in Sydney, isn't it? Because we have next week Para. Then at home against the Knights, we have 2 away games. 6 again for the Dolphins at the 40. 6 again. Who are our last 2 games? Is it Raiders and... who's the other team? Alright, so left-hand side, and they'll be taken down. O'Sullivan, second tackle, 25 metres out from the line. Here come the Dolphins. The Dolphins score first in the second half. Broncos season is Orova. Felice Kafusi, 15 metres out. By the way, again, Dolphins have never beaten the Brisbane Broncos. Just like the Titans have never beat the Dolphins until this year. At the back, knock on Dolphin. Knock on to the Dolphin. Dolphins 40 plus. Jeez. That would mean both the Titans and the Dolphins are the ones who ended the Broncos season. Today's a day, Jay says. Lane Ballsy says Eels vs Titans at Combank, then Titans Knights at Seabus. Now, I know our next 2 games, but there's 10 rounds in the season. So this was round 6. So round 7 is Eels at it's not Combank, by the way. It's at whatever Parramatta Stadium is. It's not Combank. So round 7 is against the Eels. Round 8 is against the Knights in a double header at Seabus, which is Titans versus Knights and Sharks versus Roosters. But what's our final 2 games? 34 minutes and they got kicked out by Seabus as they had to close. Oh, okay, fair enough, yeah. So third tackle now with the Broncos at the 44. Sportsline says Broncos are the worst Queensland team. I believe that the Titans win Queensland if the Broncos lose this game. I'm pretty certain. Titans beat Cowboys, Titans beat Dolphins, and Titans beat Broncos twice. Dolphins beat Titans once, lost once. Can't remember how they went against the Cowboys. Lost one. I'm pretty certain Titans win the Queensland. I think so. We won 4 out of 6. Oh, that's... No, it's going to be Dolphins ball. Yeah, that's going to be fine. And Jack Bostock is going to get taken out to 15. It's fine. There's only 9 rounds, which that one is Canberra versus Titans of Canberra. There's only 9 rounds. Why is it not 10? Are you sure? Damn, that's going to be hard to make the 8. Oh, 4, sorry, top 4. Third tackle now at the 40. Man, I would really prefer... I'd prefer the Cowboys beat the Broncos tomorrow. Not Canberra, the Canberra versus Titans at Combank. Yeah, that's a doubleheader. That one's a doubleheader. So Sullivan will kick that ball over the top. And where's the ball going to bounce? Bounces back in for Hamiso. Knocks it on. Jeez, the Dolphins are knocking on the door, though. They are knocking on the door to end this game. I tell you, if he gets that, that's game over. If he gets that, that is game over, Red Rover. Yeah, damn, there's only 3 games to go. That's romper. Yeah, Eric Tweedale said he'd have to beat the Eels and have to beat the Knights. Actually, for me, I think the Titans have to win out for the rest of the season. I think if the Titans want to make the finals in the NRLW, they have to win out for the rest of the season. Yikes. Alright, so it will be Broncos with the ball here at their own 20. Blake Moser, he'll go right hand side, and the Broncos will get the ball out now to the 32nd tackle. Blake Moser off to Reynolds. Reynolds at the back now to Tristan Saylor. Tristan Saylor off to knock on. That's offside. That's a penalty. That's offside. It's accidental offside, but no, he's not going to call that, but it will be a knock on there from the Broncos. Jordan Ricky. Jordan Ricky with his second knock on, by the way. The last knock on happened to be a Hamiso try. Had to win every game from here. I don't think we have to, but like it would be significantly advantageous. I don't even know if winning all 3 games actually gets us there. But we definitely have to beat the Knights. We definitely have to beat the Knights. So Kevin Walls' 98th game as an NRL coach. Well, it's not looking like he's going to have 100 this season. He's going to have 99. And his first one, his 100th, will be the first game next season. Dolphins, right-hand side. Here we go. Jake Averillo at the 35. Will they end the game off this set? First tackle, Jeremy Marshall-King off to Max Plath. And Plath will be 25 out, second tackle. They'll give it off here to Ray Stone. And Stone's going to be 18 metres out from the line. Third tackle for the Dolphins. Marshall-King out the back, left-hand side. And they'll be taken down 8 metres out from the line. Tristan Saylor. Not Tristan Saylor. Trey Fuller. I see them as very similar style players. Fourth tackle, also the backup for their respective teams. And it'll be Kenny Bromwich now, 10 metres out from the line. Right-hand side to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan here to Averillo. Averillo underneath the Farnworth! Get out of here. And welcome to mediocrity, Brisbane Broncos. Welcome. Welcome, my friends. Herbie Farnworth. Oh, you shouldn't have got rid of him. Oh, you shouldn't have got rid of him. Oh, Broncos. Farnworth, second best centre in the game behind Critter, no doubt. Disagree. I've got Joey Manu. Farnworth has also been very up and down, but I will say that he's been very good recent on this game anyway. I think that's a very nearsighted opinion because he hasn't had the greatest of years, but he's a very good centre. Who else is around there in the comp? That'd be fair. Yeah, Crichton has been unbelievable. You got Joey Manu when not injured. Who else? I thought Tungo was very good. Storm centers are interesting how they're going well. I'd probably have him third. But 2021's Broncos still have 3-1 battles at Brisbane. I ain't worried because we don't deserve finals. No one deserves finals out of the Dragons, Broncos. Anyone below, and again, I'll say this, I don't believe the Cowboys deserve it either. But anyone below, well, I think Manly deserve it. But Cowboys, they barely deserve it. But anyone Dragons or below doesn't deserve finals. Whoever comes 8th is losing first week. And if they get a miracle and win first week, they get knocked out second week. Bradman Best is in top 3 over those 3 guys. He is top though. Sniper Wombats is fullback of the year. Tedesco. James Tedesco will win fullback of the year very easily. Very easily. I'll do a video where I do my Dally M predictions. Obviously, as you guys would, if you follow me on Instagram on BKR Sport, you would know that myself and Clarkey have been doing our predicted Dally M list every single week, giving 3-2-1s, him 3-2-1 and me 3-2-1. And right now, Tedesco is second, Jerome Hughes is first. But Jerome Hughes was rested this round, and the Roosters play the Raiders. So if Tedesco gets just 2 points, he goes first with a round to go. Tim Bags is not writing them off yet. They've come back to 4. They're not coming back from 24 points down with 30 minutes to go. Surely not. But 30 minutes to go, you guys, of the game. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new around here. And also, they came back before against the Eels. The Eels just conceded 40 points, won 44-40. The Eels just won their game 44-40. Dreadful. Like, that game last week showed nothing. Just nothing. Benz is Reece Walsh. What about Reece Walsh? Oh, Reece Walsh, fullback of the year. Are you drunk? 4 tackling of the Dolphins at 33. Felice Kafusi. Well. Broncos know how to choke, not come back. It's good points, Warzone. Very good point. And the Dolphins now. They will chuck it down to the 15. Let's see if the mentality of the Broncos is what they were 20 years ago. Because the Broncos 20 years ago, you could never count the Broncos out. Ever, never. They would always just find a way to win, just like Queensland. And that was when Broncos were Queensland, basically. Adds a penalty to the Broncos. But nowadays, obviously, it's a bit of a different story with social media and the way that a lot of the players do think that it's shit overall, but yet when it comes to rugby league, they are a bit all over the shop. So let's see if the Broncos can play like they did when they were 20 years ago. They could do what the Raiders somehow did to Manly early in the season to the Miracle. No, they could not. I'm telling you, the Dolphins aren't losing this game. If they lose this game, then I'll laugh as well because it's a win-win, in my opinion. So Broncos now at the 28. Billy Walters gives up to the Renault. I'm telling you, Billy Walters should not be their 9. It has to be Moser. Third tackle now at the 24. Walters to Reynolds. Reynolds to Tristan Sailor. Might be a hole. Passes the ball across, and it's a knock-on from Josiah Katapani. I blame Sailor, however, for the pass. It wasn't that great. Oh, no. Oh, no. I wish it was a closer game, though. Like, I really do wish it was close. I really do wish it was close. Because right now it's a bit of we're just going through the movements of the game, you know? Like right now it's not exactly electric is what I would say. Second tackle now for the Broncos. They're at the 30. They go, sorry, for the Dolphins. And Marshall King with a good run to the 45. Third tackle. Is at this point you start just talking about, I guess, whatever. For the people who have said, if you're still here or anyone who has done the drive from Goldie to Newcastle before, where, like, besides Coffs is quite basic for mine. I've been there many times. Oh, Hamiso, off to Bostock. That was a bad knock on. Penalty. High contact as well. So what, is there going to be potentially a bin here? Gags second at top. Oh, you're not telling me Gags is top 3 centre in the game. He could win centre of the year, but I don't think that I would say Gags is a top 3 centre of the game. Like overall, without like form, I'm taking I'm taking, and also that's centre the wing, but also centres wise, I'm definitely taking the guys I mentioned over him. Oh, it's not a bin. No, it's not a bin. Yeah, I was going to say it's on report, which is very similar to exactly what happened with Felix Kafusi. So why is that a report and not the bin? All right, so the Dolphins now 15 metres out from the line. Can they score again to make it 36-6? Jeez, this is emphatic here, Broncos. Hadahoni Wiparata has come on 2 more Dolphins for 40 police. Oh, could you imagine if it was even more? Could you imagine if it was a Fitty bomb? Oh, Tavita! Oh, ex-Bronco nearly crashes over. 3rd tackle, 1 metre out. They go right off to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan here gives it off to Avarillo. Avarillo. 3 metres out of the line, 4 tackle. Port Macquarie is a great shout. Out the back. Oof. Jeez, another one he tried to go to Vita. Dolphins. Kick. No, kick. O'Sullivan, that was awful. Awful. Yeah, Port Macquarie is a good shout. It's about 4.5, 5 hours. Yeah, no panic from the Dolphins there, but they just, it's not been a great performance here with the Broncos at all. The Dolphins have been a little bit lethargic here as well, but yet they're just absolutely killing them. Killing them, and it's beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, jeez. Have they just called knock on? Knock on Jordan Ricky. He's had his 3rd knock on of the game. Oh no, Jordan Ricky. He's never recovered from when I got into him. You remember that, Sam? How good. I don't think he hasn't recovered from when we got into him. Oh, I did hear that he wasn't happy about that, by the way, Sam. I did hear that he wasn't happy that I was having a crack at him. But he's sort of good, man. It was good to see that Brimo loved that I got into him, but... Oh, Jordan Ricky, man. Jordan Ricky. He definitely gave me... Oh, no, so I gave him a good spray. All right, so the Dolphins now, 15 minutes out. I got into Crichton's head, but Sam, stop it. I don't think I've ever seen you get into a player's head in my life. You don't have drums to make yourself... Your voice, you can't portray it as loud as I can. But you tried to get into Addo Carr last year, and he scored 3. And then you've got Crichton, who... I didn't even hear you have a go at Angus Crichton. Oh, you're talking when he did this? Was that... I didn't even know that was to you. I thought that was just to everyone. I didn't even know... Were you yelling at him, were you? I didn't even hear. Was that you? I didn't even know. I just thought he was doing this because... I think we were all going at him. But then again, to be fair, like it could have been you, to be fair. So left-hand side, they give it off here to O'Sullivan. Hamiso. Woo! Woo! Man, everyone was going at him. But it could have been doing it a year, but in the same sense, like everyone was going at him, to be fair. But Hamiso. Woo! Then he want to sing the kid to come. The 50 bomb is looming. Oh. The 50 bomb is looming. Oh. The 50 bomb. The 50 bomb is looming. The Broncos fans are at home. And it's very disappointing. Benson's money is good. 5 tries to go. What do you mean 5 tries to go? Oh, no. No, 36. 42. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, no, you're right. 42, 48, 54, 60, 66. You're right, Jay. No, it is 5, isn't it? 42. 48, 54, 66. No, you're right. No, you got it wrong this time, Jay. You tried to correct yourself, but you're right. It was 5, but you were wrong now because it's 4. No, you can't retract your message, Jay. Cannot retract your message. I saw you say 4. I saw you say 4, yes. And Sacco will convert the conversion. And it will be 36-6 with 23 minutes to go in the game. I did say to Winnie, who's a part of the Tripod podcast, that the Dolphins were good value this week. They were good value. Titans are also great value tomorrow. Like, they are. I know, Bretton, you're going to say Knights, but they're good value. We're like, what, $4 the underdogs or some shit? Who is that trying to go high and hammer look pathetic? I don't know, but the Broncos, they're going short. They're going short. Oh, no. Oh, no. So, second tackle now for the Dolphins. They'll get this ball to the 45. Worth a punt. Well, it is. I think they're like $4.50 or something like that. So, Max Plath. What? Well, no, the biggest loss would have been 46-18 a couple of weeks ago. What are they talking about? The biggest loss was Cowboys 36-4. No, it was 46-18 to the Titans a few weeks ago. Kick it back on the inside. Here, where's the ball going to bounce? Oh, bounces to Tristan Sailor perfectly, actually. And Sailor might be away here. Gets the ball offloaded to Josh Rogers. And Rogers crunched down. Oh, he's lost the ball. He's lost the ball. I haven't called it. A box versus All Blacks at midnight. What are other Premier League games at 12 o'clock? Broncos are done. Broncos are done, G'day. 12. Like, we play West Ham at 2:30, but Brenton, Southampton, Everton, Bournemouth, Ipswich, Fulham, Leicester, Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest, Wolves. I'd probably rather watch the box All Blacks, to be fair. What, is that in South Africa? It would be. It has to be. Has to be. Titans are the most in the NRL this year. Yeah, 66-6 over the Warriors. You're right, Hunter Honey. Don't worry, I know it. Don't worry, I know it. Bostock grabs the ball at the 25. I reckon... I think in South Africa wins that. Is it Johannesburg it's in? Or is it in Cape Town? Where is it? Third tackle lead for the Dolphins at the 40. 20 minutes to go here of the game, guys. Obviously, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Before tackling out the Dolphins. It's very soon we're going to be actually going daily on the channel, guys, because we've got so many videos to come out in regards to team reviews and certain player reviews and stuff like that. So your inbox is about to start getting quite full very, very soon once this season starts to come to a close. Oh, Johannesburg, there you go. Yeah, I got South Africa to win. And Salem will grab the ball, but he will get slammed back here by Lachlan Hubner. Oh, jeez. Taking back to the 5. That's all after the Broncos. Dad's mate says. Oh, it's so funny, man. Oh my gosh, it hurts. Brenton says, actually, I'll put a bet on you guys. If we lose, I can feel... no, Brenton. No, shut up. No, shut up. No. Not letting you have it. I'm not letting you have it. Won't be letting you have that one, Brenton. South Africa have a lot of players out, though. Oh, well, Sam did forget to mention that part. Renault... Are we playing Argentina tonight, then? Or are we playing them tomorrow? Sam. Oh, no. Oh, it's gone backwards. Luckily, Hamiso grabs it. And Hamiso taking it down to the 5. They don't need to risk it. Off to Bostock. And Bostock taken down at the 15. Because realistically, their points differential is still better than anything realistically anyway. To be fair, though, to the Dolphins, they could technically lose to the Knights next week, and as long as the Titans beat the Knights this week and still make the finals. But they would need... And that's even if the Broncos win. But that's why they should score as many points as they can here, just in case the Broncos did win. So their points differential is well above them. Hadohani, you do realise that we've been talking about that for about 5 to 10 minutes, yeah? And Sam did tell us that what time it was on. That's why Sam took the piss and said, no way, what time? 18.5 minutes to go. 18.5 minutes to go. Bushka, Jordan Ricky had a rough game today. Taking it down at 35. Jesse Arthurs at a 45, third tackle. 18 minutes to go of your season, Broncos. Oh, Rogers, no. That's a bad knock on. Oh, Rogers. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Can the Broncos at least score some points? Brenton says, no. No, 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 no. No way, no. Are you crazy, man? No way, no. No, 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 no. That's a silly statement. That's a silly comment. Very silly comment. Broncos scoring points? Are you crazy? They should declare. I'm looking forward to cricket, to be fair, but I also am not really caring about BBL. I'm talking about like the tests and stuff. The tests are always fun streams. I personally believe that the Dolphins can still score 50 Hadahoni, so you're aiming too low with 40. If they score another now, I still think they could score a couple. That was a crazy comment. Crazy comment, Brenton. Crazy. Jeez, NRL. Sean O'Sullivan gives it off here to Lemielu. And there'll be 20 metres out. Well, a couple of streaks have been broken this year in the last 5 weeks. Dolphins never beaten the Broncos and Titans never beaten the Dolphins. Both Dolphins and Titans both won. So fifth tackle, 10 metres out. Tavita, Pangai Jr., they go right. Oh, oh no, he hasn't scored, Isako. What are you doing? Isako, what? Oh, if you had Isako at any time try scorer, I think he scored once, but if you had him to score a couple, then you'd be spewing right now. Because he slips over, he would have scored if he was just running directly for the try line. He beats Tristan Saylor there. I don't know what he's doing. All right, so Broncos here at their own 10, 16 minutes to go. That should have been a try. It should have been 40-6. Actually, yeah, what is the points differential? So they go up by 30. So the Broncos now will go to minus 28. The Dolphins will now go to plus 3. It's literally a switcheroo. Oh, 4 passes the Broncos. Oh, no, Bronx. This is just going from worse to worse. This is going from worse to worse here for the Broncos. Kolesi, Tutois, Kolbe, and Etzebeth. So Broncos right now are more than likely going to drop off to, based on odds, 11th. Based on odds, Knights v Titans. But now, Dragons and Dolphins fans, you are actually quite desperate for the Titans to win tomorrow. You are actually super desperate for the Titans to win tomorrow. So 15 minutes to go here. Most points in the Premiership 2024. Jermaine Sarko 221. Val Holmes 226. So Sarko is 6 points away from going above Val Holmes for the highest point scorer so far with 1 game to go. Felice Kafusi, second tackle. He's spewing, he didn't score that try just then. Second tackle, 5 metres out. Someone Cobbo struggling in back play. They go right. And Marshall King, third tackle now, 5 out. That should have been 6 again, to be fair. Max Plath gives it off to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan here. Avarillo, Hamiso. Hamiso's killed him today, by the way. 4 tackle here, 10 metres out. Come on, Dolphin. Scored again. Come on, Dolphin. Kafusi. No, it's not Kafusi. That's Tavita. Tavita really wants to score here against his old team, by the way. I wonder if he'll shush his own crowd or theirs. At the back, Avarillo kicks it through. That's played out. It's going to be 6 again here. That's going to be 6 again for the Dolphins. Yes, it is. So, Dolphins, first tackle, 15 metres out. 14 minutes to go here at the game. And Lachlan Hubner with 5 metres out, second tackle. Jeez, yeah, Dolphins and Dragons fans are desperate. Titans win tomorrow. Farnworth. Oh, 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 get, oh, 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 oh. Sayonara, Badabish. Oh. Oh. James says, wasn't surprised they put 50 points on him. I've been saying that for about half an hour. Seriously, I genuinely believe the Dolphins will score 50. Well, Farnworth, he scores that. Now, if Saga can keep this, he'll be 3 points short of Valons. Everyone except Jack. Jeez. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go put a story up on my Instagram. I gotta go put a story up. We're having a party. Oh yeah, we're having a party right now on the stream. Yeah, the boys. Woo! Woo! I'm gonna get so many Broncos fans triggered in my DMs after that one. I'm gonna get so many triggered Broncos fans in my DM from that. Oh no. Link. Alright, so there's 12 minutes to go here, guys. Alright, there's still 12 minutes to go. That's crazy, man. But can Sarko make it for you too? And oh, misses it. He will miss it. So 46. 10-point game. Oh, Nico Hines. Oh, Nico Hines will play tonight. Nico is playing. Nico Hines is playing tonight. Jesus, we can still make the 8, right? Well, Kevin Walters has been telling us for how long that they're guaranteed for the 8, he reckons. They're guaranteed, Jay. Jay, they are guaranteed to make the 8, is what he says. So surely we have to believe what he says. Surely. Surely. All right, Dolphins here. Come on. We want 50 bum. We want a 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 50 bum. Can we still make the 8? Like, technically, they could make the 8, Jay. It's not having them, but. So, second tackle now. The Felice Kafusi. I'm personally tipping the Sharks at Honey. Third tackle here at the 40. But maybe the Warriors get up for SJ's last ever game. I don't know. But I personally will be tipping the Sharks. Nico Hines is named at 5'8" with Trindle halfback and Atkinson at centre. Wow, it's crazy like a ball sack. It's like I've been saying that for literally like 3 years that should be the case. It's crazy stuff. Oh, Sailor drops it, goes backwards. And Sailor will get taken down to the 5. Oh, he's taken back in goal. Oh, no, referee, Adam G, you're full of it. 10 minutes to go of the game, guys. Hit thumbs up button and subscribe. No, Adam G, that's bullshit. The momentum did not stop. That's bullshit. But 10 minutes to go. Hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. And check out BKRtravel because there will be some travel content this week of my trip to Newcastle. Thoughts on Munro performance yesterday? Made me sad as shit. That was great. It was an awesome performance from Tyrone Munro. We'd love to see it. We'd love to see it because it meant a lot to him. He had family members pass away, and his mother and his uncle, and, you know, good on him. We spoke about it before, though. We spoke about it earlier today. But, yeah, really impressed by him. Not many could do it. Anthony says, I don't need him to score again. Well, Anthony, I've got an issue that I need to tell you, and that is they probably will score again. Fit tackle at 35. Dolphins fans are dunking on Broncos in Suncorp. They are currently doing the Mexican wave. When you're doing a Mexican wave, it means the game is over and done with and it's shit hours. And in rugby league, And for that to be happening in Suncorp is hilarious. Oh, well done, Bostock. That was really nice. And Bostock gets the ball to 13. Imagine getting dunked on as hard as a Mexican wave happening in your own stadium on the day you get knocked out of the finals. Imagine getting dunked on that hard by a team who had never beaten you before today. That's rude, and I love it. That is rude from Dolphins fans, and I love it. Even though you're all Broncos fans in disguise anyway, but like that is rude. Fitz tackle at the halfway point. Oh, they're going back on the inside. It's Fitz tackle. You had to pass or kick that, mate. All right, 9 minutes to go here. Wonder if they all need help. Need help, Jay. They need help. Chad Troy's pretty sad performance of the Broncos. It's crazy. It's like people forgot that last week they played the Eels and were down 24-0 or whatever it was, 16-0 or some shit. Broncos in the 2020s, 2020 wooden spoon, 2021 14th, 2022 choke finals, 2023 choke grand final, 2024 grand... Oh, Broncos. Oh, it went backwards, they said. No, forward. Bush! 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 Dear me. 2024 grand final hangover, 2025 extinction. 46 Vet says, imagine if there was only one Sydney team for the West, that would be the Greys fan base. Sure. But that would mean we'd have about 3 teams. What, we'd have New Zealand, North Queensland, Brisbane, remove Dolphins, get the same area, Gold Coast, Newcastle, Canberra. We'd have like 9 teams. Storm, and then 1 Sydney team. Let me shit out. But alright, so the Dolphins will have the ball 42 metres out. I'm telling you, Wayne Bennett absolutely outclassed the living shit out of Kevin Walters today. And it shows because Desi outclassed the living shit out of Kevin Walters when Titans played him. And penalty to the Dolphins. Penalty to the Dolphins. Penalty from the scrum. Well, Broncos. Well. Look at what we have here. How much time? 7 minutes to go here, Anthony. All right, now it will be Kenny Brumwich taken down at the 20, for the Dolphins. First tackle, you could outclass Kevy. He's not the guy. He's not the guy, James Stevens. He's not the guy. He isn't. They beat the Eels and everyone... They come back from 16-0 down against the Eels, who conceded 40 today. And they conceded 40 in a win. And people are like, oh, Broncos are back. Back what? Back nothing. Oh, it's gone backwards. No, they're saying knock on. Saying knock on. Should be a good round of footy next week. Spoon Bowl and Knights versus Dolphins, which will likely be winner in finals. No, Logan, because the Titans are putting 70 past the Knights tomorrow, so you're full of it. There's only one coach worse than Kevy, and that's Eddie. What? Eddie? Next week's round of footy is a bit underwhelming, to be fair. Oh, that's right. River Fire's on the night too. Hope Broncos fans celebrating. Round 27, having a good time tonight. Broncos Storm is now a massive whatever game. Tigers Eels is the biggest game of the weekend. Spoon Bowl. Rabbitohs Roosters is a massive whatever game. Dragons Raiders is more than likely. Actually, that's a pretty important game. Because if the Dragons win, they can still make the 8 despite how awful they've been. Bulldogs Cowboys is a huge game actually, because whoever wins that gets the home final. Assuming Manly beat Sharks. Panthers Titans going to win by 90. Manly Sharks. It's a significant enough game. And it just comes down to Knights Dolphins. But with that being said, there is a few good games to be fair next week. You're right. Having a look at it again, you're right. Does that mean Dolphins going to the 8? For now, James. For now, but the Knights play the Dolphins next week. If the Knights beat the Titans tomorrow, whoever wins that Knights Dolphins game next week goes into the 8. But it's Old Boys Day in Newcastle. And you never doubt team on Old Boys Day. Titans flogged the Broncos on Old Boys Day. Trey Fuller. Taking that to 25. 4.5 minutes to go here. Oh, Eddie Jones. Oh, fair enough, Sam. Yeah, you got to remember, bro, most 90% of people here, 98% of people here, 99% of Australians don't care about rugby union and have no idea who that is. But I know who that idiot is. Happy Farnworth. Couldn't get the ball to Sarko at the halfway point, third tackle. Duggins and Raspberry good clash. I couldn't think of anything worse than that game. Like, it's an important game, but I also couldn't think of anything worse. So if the Sharks lose the next two, I'm doing something that's already happened once in Cronulla. No. Jeez. You need serious help. Fifth tackle. The only reason you're getting timed out is because not everyone will get that joke, especially the kids. They won't understand that. Isaiah Katoa, he'll give it off here to Avarillo. Avarillo gives it off here to Farnworth. It's Sarko, knocks it on. Damn it. Knights have a good record of Old Boys Day. Up the Fins. Are you sure? Knights have a good record on Old Boys Day? Really? Most teams do. If the Raiders upset the Rooters this week, knock on Broncos. If the Raiders win this week, then I give them a great chance of... Oh no, their points differential's shocking. Their points differential is minus 131 and worse than the Dragons. So, no. No. Broncos are challenging this, but it's stupid. So bad. It's... Oh, no, it's a good challenge. It'll be a penalty here. He moves his foot, and it's fair. Yeah, it's a penalty. It's a penalty of the Bronx. If the Raiders win, that'd be hilarious. It would be pretty funny. Like, the top four is sealed off after the Bulldogs lost yesterday, but it would be pretty funny. Because that means the Roosters would have to more than likely travel to Penrith or Melbourne, which would then also mean that they would have to go through either Penrith or Melbourne on the way through on the other side of the draw in the prelim. Sweet Caroline. Bum, bum, bum. Newcastle weather forecast tomorrow. Cloudy top of 27. There we go. That'll be nice. Good. Cloudy, 27. That sounds beautiful. Ba-dum, bum, bum. First tackle now for the Broncos. Adam Reynolds with the ball at 25 off the Tristan Sailor. Sailor cracked out of the 20. Second tackle. I'm probably going to leave at 8 o'clock tonight, I reckon. I'll leave it at 8. Chill out for a little bit and then drive. Third tackle. As long as I get to Coss. Like, I probably will get to Port Macquarie, but as long as I get to Coss. Perfect soy latte weather. Soy latte would not be keto, I don't think. You have to have almond. Fifth tackle now for the Broncos. 4 minutes out. Can they score and get into the double digits? Make a game back on. Only needing about 150 more tries in the next however long. Hey, fifth tackle. Well done, Broncos. You lost 5 meters and tackled on fifth. Oh, well done, Jordan. Riggy. Jordan Riggy. Great game from Jordan Riggy. Great game. Oh, yeah. Sweet home Alabama. Well, the fitty bump's not happening, but the friggin' 40 happened. How long do you get before Dolphins have an old boys day? I genuinely don't know how long after starting a club would be reasonable. I'd say after your 10-year anniversary. We've had our first this year, and that was against the Bronx. So that's 17 years in. We took 17 years before we got an old boys day. The Dolphins are different though, right? Because the Dolphins, you could use their Host Plus Cup, their Queensland Cup days. You know, like, they've had some famous people play for the Dolphins in the Host Plus Cup, Queensland Cup, like Arthur Beetson and whatnot. Obviously, Artie could be there, but I'm just saying, like, in general, the Dolphins could use that any time, really. Brenton, you'll hear me, mate. You'll hear me, buddy. Don't you worry. Don't matter where my team's in the ladder, son. I'll still chant louder than your stadium. 39 seconds to go here in the game. I'm sitting right next to you, Brenton. Right next to you. You know, it's funny, though. I get people, not you, but I get people like who all the time want to have a crack just because they don't necessarily know how willing I am to be that center of attention when it comes to the fans, right? So you'll get people who are quite introverted who will say one thing thinking that'll shut you up, like it shuts most fans up. Oh, that's a knock on there from the Broncos. Like it shuts most fans up, but it definitely doesn't shut me up. Makes it worse for you, so don't do that. To Katia says, Kevin guaranteed us Broncos are playing finals just 7 days ago. I'm shattered. Yeah, but Kevin Walters is a muppet. To Katia, Kevin Walters is a M-U-P for papa, P for papa, E for electric, and T for tata. That's what Kevin Walters is. Muppet Man. So the Dolphins are gone. No, Brenton. I'm in the way, bro. But 40-6 here for the Dolphins. The Broncos, gone, man. They are gone. They are gone. But alright, guys. I'm jumping off. I will see you guys either on BKRtravel. Go subscribe to BKRtravel in the pinned comment. Or on Monday, you'll see a vlog from my Titans vs Knights and also the women's game, Titans vs Sharks, on Monday. I may go live tomorrow night. We'll see. I may go live for a bit of a chat about the round and whatnot. We'll see. But obviously, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. Dolphins are 8-4 now. The Knights would have to win by 80 points tomorrow to go above the Dolphins, which is not happening. But they just need to win against the Titans for them to be with a chance in the finals. And the Raiders, they definitely need to win against the Roosters. But there you go, guys. Like I said, thumbs up, subscribe. I appreciate you. I'm going for a drive to Newcastle. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. Jared Choice's condolences to Bronco fans. No, mate. See ya. See you later. See you later.